Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Ariel from Blessed with Motherhood, and today I wanted to talk about my favorite homeschool planner. This will be, I think, my 4th year using it. I'm pretty sure it's been 4. I don't know where my other 2 are, but I have my new one, and I'm also going to share about my old one. So the planner is from School Nest, and you can get them on Amazon, and she's going to continue doing them on Amazon, or her homemade ones from her actual website, School Nest. And there is a difference in quality. So Amazon is cheaper and doesn't come spiral bound. So I actually got this one from Amazon, and I had to take it to a place to get it spiral bound. And I've noticed the difference is quality. The pages are much thicker on the newer ones. Highlighters don't bleed through. It already comes spiral bound. So it's just overall better quality. It is double the price though. So if you're looking for something that would fit your budget more, she does continue to sell them on Amazon. And so she has this similar design. I think it's more like, it's less bees and more like just moths on it, but this was her newest one last year, and so you just look for School Nest planners, and she's got notebooks too that we have a few of on Amazon, or you can get the handmade ones. So really, it's nice. Both can work for budgets. If like your budget is tight, then you choose the Amazon one. If you're looking for quality over anything else, then you would definitely do the handmade ones. And I would say that to get the notebook spiral bound, I took it to my local place, so you could do like Staples or anything. I think it does cost about $5 or $6, so that just adds to the price too. So, but it is usually, you can get like $35 worth of stuff on Amazon or something, and it's free shipping. This was about $7 shipping, so that added to the price as well. So yeah, I wasn't sure about how I felt about it doubling in price, but since the quality is so much better and the pages are thicker and they're just different, it's nice, and I'm really pleased by what the final product I got was. So I'm also going to share, it's filled out now, but I took a video of it before I got to it, so it doesn't have these tabs on it. That's just something I kind of always do. And I also have like it blank so that you can see what it looks like fresh mailed to you. And then I shared how I fill mine out so that you can have some ideas. Hopefully, it doesn't have to look like mine, just how I do it, and give you some inspiration. Quality speaks for itself. So they are available on Amazon still, but I'm going to show you this one. And so I have been getting her homeschool planners for a few years now. I think this is my 4th now, 3rd or 4th. But so when you open it up, this beautiful design, and this is very thick, and the spiral bounding is very nice. And so I have the 6x6 grid 40 weeks. She has a few options for these, but that's the kind that I really like. And so you'll have your kind of table of contents of what this looks like. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like, how it comes without me doing anything, and then I'll show you how I set mine up as well. But so here's a vision board. You can really just get as creative as you want. Things for note keeping, maybe when you're homeschool planning for the new year, you can keep all your notes in one section. Here's the calendar. And so these are undated, so you fill it out yourself. So it kind of keeps it so that you can buy whatever design you want each year without being locked into the dates. Events, field trips, trackers. If your state requires you to keep track of attendance or anything like that, this is a good place to do that. Progress tracker. I don't tend to use the progress tracker too much, maybe in the beginning, but you got a few different options. Book lists, I do use these pages a lot. I'll write down any free reads or any books that catch my eye that I want to read with my children, mostly read alouds. And then towards the back, I usually end up doing like mom's book list, books that I want to get through this year for my mother's education or just to have fun and read with. So then you're going to have, so book list, then you're going to have these blank calendars where you can fill in the month, and then you kind of have like your goals for that month. Maybe you want to study snowflakes in winter or go on this field trip that's only open in the summer. So you have 12 months of these where you can plan and reflect and then fill in the blank calendar. So we're going to move past those. Then your weekly overview, you have, it's very blank. Sometimes she had like goals and other stuff that you can fill out, but she's got the weeks, here. She's got the weeks down here where you can keep track of, maybe it's week 4 of term 1 or something. And you can write down like maybe what your goals are, or you can come back and do reverse planning. This is what we did. This is especially good if your state requires you to keep records. And then here's your weekly plan. This is at least the 6x6 grid, 40 weeks, what it looks like. So I usually tend to fill in our subjects here, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days where you can fill in what you need to do. I do kind of a mix of reverse planning after we're all done, but also what I'm hoping to get done each day. And we do a 4-day school week. So usually this last column is for Fridays, anything we have to make up, and weekends if we're doing like field trips on the weekends or something fun with the family. So there is 40 weeks worth of these where you're going to have your weekly overview and your weekly plan. And so I'll separate mine later and I'll show you. I do tabs where I'll count out 12 weeks at a time and tab them first term, second term, third term. And so that's going to be the majority of this. Okay. Then you have reflections on the year. Maybe here's where you can kind of keep notes on, if you are Charlotte Mason homeschooler and you do exams, you can say things like, the first term exam went this way, here's what we did amazing, here's what maybe we could improve on, and you can just reflect on the year here. There's a few pages for that. And then lastly, there is a blank page for whatever you need. And so this is the handmade version. So handmade, she's in Michigan, and I got the 47th one. So that's kind of cool. And then just like that. So I'll show you, and here's the back as well. I'll show you how I organize it a little bit better.
All right, let's take a look at how I set mine up. So I really like to do these tabs for the terms. Just kind of easier to just make sure I know where I am. So that's kind of fun for me. You can use washi tape or really whatever you want to do. So I've showed you the blank already of what it looks like, and this is just kind of how I set mine up. You don't have to follow it this way, but so with the vision board, I use it for the upcoming homeschool plans. Still kind of filling this out, just like leave myself reminders of things to check off and do. And so I still have plenty of room I've gotten quite a few subjects already filled out, and just kind of have it in one area that I am hoping to do. Here I'm going to actually probably put a calendar on. Let me grab that calendar. Okay, so I was actually planning on putting this calendar on because I like to highlight what days we actually do lessons and kind of plan our breaks. But my toddler got to it first. I'm going to reprint it out. Probably just put like paper clips on this page to kind of do that. And then I filled out the calendar as well. And just kind of like another thing that I can double check. And then events and holidays, as I fill it out, just kind of, it'll be filled out throughout the year. Same with field trips. When I get ideas for certain field trips during the month, I'll fill it out. Then the trackers, I don't really use the trackers too much. I do use the tracker for how many days we do. We don't have to do reporting in Illinois right now. This may change in the future if you know anything about what's going on, but I've always just kind of tracked our days just simply for myself. It is required without reporting that we do 180 days, so not a big deal. We school year round, so I don't really use the trackers other than I have like an outdoor tracker. I have a separate tracker that I keep on my wall for 1,000 hours outside, but I like to track how many hikes we go on, playgrounds, field trips. It's just kind of fun. And so then there's a couple more blank progress tracker pages that I could use, but I usually just don't. And then our book lists, I've got one for our homeschool, one for me that is not really filled out yet. I've been in a weird book slump. And then I'll probably add like independent reads here, like anything that I think my daughter, my oldest, would be able to read. And so there's lots of room for book lists. I usually just add to it throughout the year. And then there's a bunch of blank calendars, and I usually just set that up and I fill it out as we go. I start mine in June. We do take off June, but I like to start it in June and then end it in May. And so we've got all of those. And that's basically it. You know, you get plenty of space to just kind of add how your month went or what you're planning to do that month. And then, you know, everything is going to remain blank until June. So that's just kind of how I set mine up. I don't do anything back here until the end. So hopefully that's going to give you some ideas of how to use yours. If you set yours up differently or you use the pages differently, I'd love to hear it. Go ahead and tell me how you do it. And if you have a video, I'd love to check it out too. So thanks so much for watching.